One. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us for another Togal 20. I have a very special guest with me today, my colleague and friend, Johnny Maghzal. Johnny, tell the people who you are.
Hello, Kelsey. Thank you for having me. I'm blushing. Uh, uh, Hello, everyone. Thanks for everybody who's joined today. My name is Johnny Maghzal. I am a part of the founding team at Togal. Before that, I was an estimator and I used to work at a big construction company. This is where the idea of Togal came up. I worked with the product team for the first 3 years, but then I was asked to handle the revenue machine, and now basically I work on the revenue team. So I'm happy again. Hopefully, I can show you all new stuff and interesting stuff that can entertain you for the next 20 minutes while it's bringing some value for you.
Yes, and Shane is saying can't hear or see anything. Thank you,
Okay.
Shane. We will have our co-host Tracy, who is in the background, run some point. But I see Jerry has said audio is good. Linda says she
Linda
can't
said can't hear.
hear. Audio and video good on my side.
I said,
Okay. Well, it does look like
no issues on my end. Some
okay,
people are
great.
saying the same.
So sorry. Maybe for those who are having trouble, check your microphone. Sometimes that okay, great. We're going to keep on going. As a reminder, this will be recorded. So if for some reason it's not working for you, we have these uploaded on YouTube after the fact every time. We try to keep these very quick, 20 minutes. We know your time is valuable, especially in the construction industry. You're putting out fires a lot. I also want to call out that Johnny is a former estimator. So if you have questions specific to estimating, doing takeoffs, how AI presents value there, he is your guy. He will be able to show you. Um, he will be able to answer a lot of questions that I myself, who am not a former estimator, uh, can't answer. So I'm excited to have Johnny here.
Yep.
Johnny, let's begin. Topic
Yes.
of today.
The topic of the day is how AI actually delivers value.
Yeah.
It's a very important topic, obviously, and like Kelsey said, I was an estimator myself. I worked in the construction industry for 8 years before Toggle. And it's not only me. We have a lot of people in the team that are from the industry, estimators, people who have done this, and we understand, the day to day, the feeling, how estimators like to hold their coffee, how they like to flip their pages, you see. And because of that, I'll just give a little bit of a story. When I was working in Toggle on the product side, and I was asked to run the revenue team, in 1 month we 4 times sales. And I was asked, like, why did you 4 times the sales in 1 month? I was like, I didn't do anything other than change the messaging, because what I did is I said the things that resonated with the user, which people, like, again, the estimators, when they hear AI, they think a lot of times, and not only estimators, everybody actually, they think they're gonna click a button and the magician will come, or they will go to the beach, or somebody will come do the work for you and give you a massage and maybe crack your toes as well. The main idea why we got traction in Toggle is we started telling people, like, we have a lot of AI features in Toggle, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna click one button and it will do everything for you. This is in essence still a takeoff tool, but what we show people is that when you use Toggle, we can be 10, 20 times faster than using traditional tools. That is mainly what we want to cover today. We're going to touch on the AI, where it fits, but also I want to talk to people, Kelsey, about what other value our clients are getting, you see?
Sure. Yes. So we're going to go through three main points today. We're going to talk about how these are the three ways that AI in general, like obviously we only have 20 minutes, we can't get super granular, but these are the three big ways that AI can add value to your pre-con process and to your construction business. First, we're going to talk about eliminating repetitive tasks. Johnny's going to literally walk us through that. It's going to make your skin crawl having to
Yep.
do it the old way. We're going to talk about the compound interest of speed. So if you think about like putting your money in the bank, you get interest, right? And over time, the longer you have something in the bank, the more that interest compounds, the more money you make, the longer you have it in the bank. It's the same thing with AI and honestly, modern technology and like better takeoff. It compounds over time. And then we're finally going to talk through being cloud based and why that is so different from traditional on premise software.
Yep, a huge point. That's also a huge point.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk through that sad
Yeah.
feeling.
So before Kelsey plays the video, and maybe Kelsey, you should play the video.
Sure.
I insisted on putting this video because it is painful, but like it is beautiful for marketing, but it reminds us of the reality. The idea of this video is that you hear also I have a violin in the background. Is this,
Violin.
this is what estimators do day to day in takeoff. They are literally clicking and coloring and tracing. And when I was an estimator, I studied for 4 years, like engineering, to work in the construction industry. The last thing I wanted to do is literally color and trace. And this is where the idea of Togal came up from. Like we were like, come on, we had too many other things to do other than coloring and tracing. But also coloring and tracing is a very important part of the job, so we can get the numbers correct. So you can see here, like I'm looking. This is sped up times 2. It's a little bit painful, but it's only a minute and a half. But the idea is to remind people that takeoffs are annoying. They take time, and there's a lot of clicking. So again, I'm gonna stop here. Let everybody just take a moment. Maybe Kelsey, you want to play it till the end, without the voice.
Off. Let's see.
Oh, there you go. It's good. It's good. But you can see here at the end of the video. Yes, if you click that, you will see all this minute and a half that is sped up times 2. So this is like 3 minutes. I was only able to color only the hallway. Okay. But on a drawing like this, I need to draw the hallway. I need to draw every room. I need to draw the bathrooms in this case. And a drawing like this will take me at least 25 to 30 minutes tracing. And all what we wanted to do in Togal is just get rid of the tracing piece. I still need to know what is the space, what type of finishing it is, what height it takes. But the whole idea is like, instead of me wasting time on every floor plan for 20, 30 minutes coloring and tracing, now the AI does the coloring and tracing. But again, this is not the final product. I still have to use my estimator brain to make a final product. That's the main idea there.
And I think that's so important to hammer home is AI is not replacing the estimator. It's like having a junior team member who did all of the coloring and tracing for you, and then you get to come and value engineer on the project. So if you can imagine, like, as Johnny said, this is sped up times 2. And my patience was like, I have to pause the video. I can't watch anymore. And it's not even 2 minutes long. And I can't imagine how mind-numbing that would be. If there's any estimators in the audience who feel this pain, raise your hand, tell us in the comments. But let's talk about what it looks like after we get AI.
Yes, of course. Here again, this is a little bit something that would take a little bit more time. So for the people who are interested, you can go to our website, book a demo, and ask the people who reach out to you that you want to do a demo on your drawing. So we don't do the demo on our drawing, so you can see that this tool, we're just not like telling people like fake stories that we have somebody in the background, because I always get this and people sometimes think that there is somebody in a room. I tell people, send your own drawings. If you want us to do the demo on our drawings, we are welcome to, but send your own drawings, send them 5-10 minutes before the meeting, and then the sales team will give you a demo on your drawings. But if you see this quick video that Kelsey has there, the same things that I was coloring in the previous picture, now the AI colors them for me. And my job as an estimator is, like I said, instead of click, 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 now I can select the spaces that the AI drew for me, and I say this is marble type 1, or this is paint type 1, or this is whatever it is. I am still the captain of the ship. You
Yeah.
see, I still have to do the work. The AI will not do the work for me.
Yeah, totally. And if you guys see when it zooms out here after you click go, that's the same corridor that just took us 2 excruciating minutes at 2x speed to trace. This is a GIF, not a video, so it is a little bit different. But you, again, like we've got lots of videos of the product. We're not here to sell you, so we want to talk about your business.
Yep.
This is a case study that we did with Coastal Construction, one of, if not the largest GC in Miami. Is that right, Johnny?
They are now, I think, the biggest in Florida.
In Florida. Great,
Yep.
even bigger.
Yep.
And so you can imagine when you are that size of company, one mistake is going to potentially cost you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so they were very interested in seeing what is the compound interest of being able to do this faster. And they actually measured over an entire year the number of hours they saved on average per plan set. And then they extrapolated that out per month, per year, and then how many average bids per month they were doing. And keep in mind, they're a very large company. And just from switching software, just that compound interest of speed saved $1 million in a year.
Yeah. And just to add to that, again, these savings happen because people are using Toggle. It's not because they using a tool that they click a button and they don't do anything.
Right.
It's because they are in the tool. They are learning the shortcuts. They are learning the power tools. We have some features that don't exist in other takeoff tools that can cut your time in renaming the drawings, modifying things, like in half. And this is where the value comes. Doesn't come from not doing the work. It's just from doing the work much faster.
Right. And we said at the beginning, like we tell you where AI wins and where it whiffs, right? One of the places where it whiffs is that it cannot do everything for you in one click of a button. And anybody who tells you that it can is lying. So it is very, very important to understand that, again, AI is not going to replace the estimator, but it can save you a hell of a lot of time.
Yep.
Let's chat a bit, because I bet a lot of people here may not actually be estimators, but still working in the construction, in a construction company, or maybe they have a construction business. Let's talk about how being cloud-based versus on-prem can affect.
Yes. And Kelsey, this was like a happy surprise, a pleasant surprise that we got after like 3 years building Toggle. We decided from the beginning to build it on the web. The decision was because like the web was the modern things. We didn't think too much into the future. Okay, just not to lie and tell people, oh, we were like that visionary. The idea was to build it with modern tools, was the web, and we built it on the web. When we started building it on the web, we realized that, oh wow, because it's web-based, we can have multiple people work on the same takeoff in real time from different machines, from any machine, actually. You don't need to download it on your computer, and if you have an IT team, you have to call them, download it, update it. Toggle is web-based.
Another waste of time. Like, we've never measured it, but like what we measured is just how much time the AI saves per plan set. But like, can you imagine how much wasted time is spent like getting freaking permission from IT departments?
Yeah, IT teams like Toggle as much as estimators do.
Yeah, exactly. And like data security and compliance and like constant updates. There's so many little
updates, Kelsey. The biggest thing is we saw a pattern that was happening, that, the estimator was doing the takeoff. People on the job site We're like, can you send me the information of the estimate?
Mhm.
Instead of having to download an Excel report, download PDF, write an email, attach them to the email, the
Mhm.
estimator just shared that project with the superintendent on the job site, and they were like, what are you, what's that? And they opened it on the tablet, and then they opened it on the phone. So this is a huge value for our customers that we didn't know that um, we would release,
Yeah.
unlock. But I think the next slide, like if we
Mhm.
can switch to that. So like Consigli is one of our like top 5 clients. I don't know exactly how many users, but like more than 100 users. uh, uh, this is what they value a lot, like especially the chief estimator or VP of estimating, or as well the estimators. You are anywhere in the world, you need to do something about your takeoff. You log in from a browser, preferably either Chrome or Edge, not like Firefox or something like that. It's
Oh, I've heard
optimized for Chrome or Edge. Exactly. And then you just like you open your LinkedIn or Instagram account, you put your username, your password, all your drawings are there, all your takeoffs are there, all the permissions you got on the collaboration are there. You do your takeoff, you get the information you need, you share it with people on the cloud.
Yeah.
So work in parallel, like they said on the Consigli team, is because they have multiple offices. Sometimes they have to collaborate multiple offices on one job, and they basically invite multiple people from different offices, and they can work on the same job, instead of, oh, where did you save the file? Oh, I saved it on the G drive. No, I saved, that's the latest, that's not the latest.
Yeah.
All these conversations, Kelsey, are disappearing.
Yeah.
Now, did you invite me? Yep, I get a notification, this is the work I'm working on. And it's just very, very powerful. The validation of the scope of coverage, also what's happening, a lot of estimators are people who are new in the industry, like
Mhm.
people coming out of school. So if you are the chief estimator or the lead estimator, you can anytime jump into their takeoff, see if they are doing things correctly, help them, give them feedback, aid. That is super, super helpful. Share live takeoffs, like I said, and
Yeah.
navigate large drawings, is because, like, again, we need to be enterprise ready, and Toggle, basically you can upload as many drawings on the platform as you want.
Something to keep in mind for everybody on this call right now. There is a new report. I'm going to try to remember the exact statistics. I just posted a video about this, but more young people are going into construction than in like decades. It's like a
Yes,
big influx, which is great because
we
uh,
have a labor shortage problem in the
that's
industry.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Modern, excuse me, younger workers are going to expect modern technology.
100%. Yeah.
And if you try to give them software from 1997, they are not going to be very happy employees and they're not going to grow in their career as fast as they could. Johnny, before we move on, I did want
Yes.
to surface this question because I can't believe it.
Yeah.
We're almost at time. But I know you wanted to talk about, or I think it would be valuable to talk about
Yeah.
perhaps what Toggle chat can do and hyperlinks and things like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. So for this specific question, we have different tools for different things. For example, if you are looking on the drawings and the drawings have certain patterns or certain colors for different finishes on the floor plan, we have a tool called pattern search, where you can search for these patterns and it will find all these patterns for you, whether it is on the floor plan or on an elevation, whether it's a color or a pattern, like I said. Uh, we have other features, like Kelsey said, in Toggle Chat. You can ask it, what are all the finishes that are called for on this project, and Toggle Chat will list them for you. Will it directly recognize them and assign them to the polygon? Not yet. We have a couple of features that are coming very soon for that. But this is why I said we are a takeoff tool in essence. There are different places we can give different types of value, but you really can do any takeoffs inside Toggle.
I thank you so much for that question, by the
Of
way.
course.
Um,
Oh, the question.
so I want to put this presentation back on the stage because uh, we haven't even gotten into things like 3D view, being able to see the height of the takeoff as well as the flat visualization. This is a GIF that shows the AI pattern search that Johnny was just talking about. This is all on our website. But I
Yep.
think something really exciting to talk about, another place where AI can help you win, is this new exciting.
The wall tag classification, yes. So I'll let this video play, but Kelsey, can we go back a little bit, one slide, just one slide?
Of
What I
course.
like to tell people is every feature we build in Togal has a story, and the story comes from an estimator. For example, this 3D view on the left, we are not a 3D takeoff tool. This is a 3D view of your 2D takeoffs. And the reason we built it is you ask any estimator out in the world, if you forgot a takeoff at one point in your career or you messed up your takeoff, what would be the reason? Which we all have. Okay. What would be the reason? By far, everybody says, I couldn't visualize my takeoff in 3D. Like this wall should have been 12 feet. By mistake, I put 8 feet, but I couldn't visualize it. This
Mm.
feature allows you to visualize the takeoff before you submit it or before. So every feature we build has a story behind it. We don't like to just build features as features. Like I said in the beginning, we have more than 7 or 8 people from the construction industry on our team, and we try to go out of our way to hire people who are from the industry who want to come to tech, which are not a lot. We are trying to convince people.
It makes
But
a huge difference though, because it's built by people who had the problems that now the tech is
100%.
solving.
We get this all the time, like, oh my God, this makes sense. But for example, for a software developer, it doesn't make sense because in different
Sure.
industries, they do it like this. They say, oh, this is very silly. But if you don't understand the breadth of the estimator, what they like to do, how they like to view things, you can just build any generic tool, basically.
It's so true. And that's why we always like to say we're built by estimators for estimators. We are not tech bros.
Yep.
Like there are shiny, splashy Silicon Valley tech bros out there who maybe they get fancy funding, but with us, we are very proud of what we've built and that we've built it with construction people.
Yep.
Obviously we have some amazing tech talent, but we flew, for example, we flew the head of AI, we flew the head of product, we flew engineers to Miami to shadow estimators,
Yep.
be on a building site so that they understood the estimator's job and the construction people's job before they built the
They
technology.
build the tech. Yep, 100%.
And
And
I
if we go back to the next slide that Kelsey showed, this is a feature like the wall tag, a feature that everybody has been asking us for 2-3 years. We never released it because we were like a little bit ashamed of it, but now we are super proud. This tool is very, very powerful. Basically, we find the walls for you, but now we find the tags and attach them to the wall. Like I think Luca asked the question of the floor finishing. We
yeah.
are adding something for area takeoffs. This is for linear takeoff of vertical elements. You have a wall with either a drywall tag or a paint tag on it. Togal will find the location of the wall and then tag it with that. But again, you still need to look, make sure it's correct, and then just do your artistic touches on them as an estimator.
And I did want to say, by the way, this video is real time.
It's real time, and this tool is inside Togal right now.
Yes, exactly. So this is not sped up. This is not fancy.
Yeah.
Can we talk about some contractor inbox?
If you have time, and it is not released yet, but yeah, you says it's coming soon. But the product people showed it to me today. It was super impressive.
Okay.
I can touch on it very quickly.
Okay.
If that's okay.
I think it's cool, and it's something that, if you are live joining us, you're getting a very, very sneak peek. This is not live. This is not public. So
exactly, and this is between contractors and between estimators. This is a debatable topic. The idea of Togal subcontractor inbox is basically if you are an estimator or if you are a subcontractor, you want to share your takeoff with other people so they can help you do takeoffs much faster. This tool allows you to do that without having to share things that you don't want to share. So if let's say you are a general contractor, you have very good relationship with your flooring contractor, and the flooring contractor is telling you, look, just give me the quantities or give me the drawings very quickly. I'll do the takeoff for you. You can invite that person. They get access for free on that project that you give them access to, and they can do the takeoff, and you can both decide to share or not share this information inside Togal. But we are trying to bring this efficiency to the whole value chain instead of like keeping it either with a general contractor or with a subcontractor.
Yeah, and I think that's really, really important to double down and note. The person you are inviting does not have to be a paying Togal customer. They can basically collaborate with you, or I don't know how you would phrase it, but they can see the takeoff. They can work on the takeoff
that you invited
that
them
you
to.
invite them to. Yeah.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
will not be able to see anything but what you share with them. You have complete control over your plans, your data, everything. But I think it's really exciting. It's almost like if you can think about sharing a Google Doc. Like
Yeah.
you can invite someone to view, or like you can send a link to somebody, right? And in this case an email, and then they can see what you're seeing, but only what you invite them to, which I think
Yeah.
is really
And
exciting.
the product team is also adding like a small directory where you don't like, you know, currently, Kelsey, how this happens. You write an email, send it every subcontractor, attach the drawings and make sure that you attach the right drawings, and then sometimes the attachment doesn't work. This removes all that hustle basically for the user. And then we're building a directory where you can always like it remembers the frequent people you send this to.
Yeah, exact. That's so cool.
Yep.
Last but not least, should we just let the people know? We did recently announce a new integration with NFI,
Yep.
and we have an existing integration with Zabel.
Hmm.
And so if you have questions about like, hey, will Togal work with my existing technology? We're happy to answer that question for you.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
And we are at time. We are actually over time. But if you guys have any last questions, Tracy, our colleague who is in the background, can surface them for us. And while we are, oh, here we go. We have another question. Johnny, this one's you.
In discussion with our CS, he had said. Yeah, so civil. Again, this is obviously a tough question because, like, you can do any takeoffs inside Toggle. For the civil folks, we don't have tools that give value as quick as we give value to other trades. But like I said, I know I'm not trying to go around the question. You can do any takeoff inside Toggle, but for the civil people, it will be the manual tools mainly. The manual tools by themselves are much more powerful than the tools that are in the market, but we don't have any specific AI features for those trades. But I would recommend if you check these tools and see if like they would be faster than your existing tool.
Totally. I see, let's see, another question that says, any chance of an integration with CF soon? I'm not sure what CF stands for. Do you know?
CF?
Yeah,
No.
I
What
don't know
is
either.
CF?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. CF? I don't know what CF is. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. Oh,
TCE constructors who submitted this. Contractor foreman is what it says.
I never heard about the company. I will check. Uh, TCE contractors. I'll tell you the reason of these two integrations. We have some others, but these are very important ones. We are a takeoff tool. We have a pricing module inside Toggle, but it's a light one. If you want to quickly know, add a unit price to a quantity, you can do that in Toggle. It gives you the final quantity, the final number. However, okay, we will look into it. Contractor foreman.
Johnny has a post-it. We work for a fancy AI tool, but Johnny has an old school post-it system, and I've got an old school notebook. So we're not completely.
Yeah, yeah. The thing about the integrations, like I said, estimating is a very important piece of the workflow. And because, again, we are from the industry, I worked for different companies. I saw how different estimating is between a contractor that does $200 million and a contractor who does $10 million, a contractor in Texas versus a contractor in Florida. The estimating process is very different. And what we decided to do in Toggle, at least for the next foreseeable 2 years, is to focus on the takeoff side. Like the gentleman said about the civil work, or the lady, I forgot who it was, about the civil work, we believe from the bottom of our heart that there's a lot for us to build on the takeoff side. There's so much love we can give to the takeoff side that we need to dedicate a lot of our lives and efforts on the takeoff side. After that, Maybe we build an estimating tool, but there is nothing like that on the horizon for us. But from now to wherever we get in the next 2-3 years, we want to make sure that our users complete their workflow. So if you are using Excel, Toggle exports to an Excel, easy money. But if you want an estimating tool that is web-based, you can either check Zebel or Edify. They are estimating tools. They are very similar but very different at the same time, each servicing different type of clients. Though both tools communicate with Toggle, so you can do your takeoff inside Toggle and push it to Zebel and push it to Edify. That way you don't waste time copying, pasting, and possibility of human error. This is why these integrations are super important for us. We work with these companies on daily basis because we understand that the workflow is super important for the user, and we want to make sure that we contribute to making all your workflow better, not just the takeoff side.
That's right. We are way over time, but we did have one more question from Eduardo. Is it capable to make electrical and mechanical takeoff? That's another kind of nuanced answer, and then that's all we're going to have time for.
Yeah.
But before everybody leaves, I do want to say go to Togal.AI and get a demo with your own plans. I really feel like
That's it.
seeing is believing.
Yep.
And as Johnny said, send them to us 5-10 minutes beforehand. You will know that we can't fake it.
We cannot do the takeoff for you. Exactly.
Yeah.
And when I also tell what I also tell people is go into mindset that is this tool faster than my current tool, instead of does it have AI in it or does not have AI in it. And like Kelsey said, seeing is believing. Bring your drawings. That way you can see if it doesn't fit you. It's not that of a problem. We would love obviously to have you all as our clients, but if Toggle doesn't fit you right now, that's fine, but go check it out, see how it works on your drawings, and see what possibilities Toggle can open.
Absolutely. Great. And Eduardo, we will take note of this and we will write you personally since we are over time. But thank you so much to everybody. It always feels at the end of these like it's like drinking from a fire hose. I blink and a half an hour has gone by.
You should call them Toggle maybe 20.
I know, right? Maybe, yeah, asterisk. I know. Q&A, we always try to leave 10 minutes for Q&A. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, AI is such a packed topic that we really want to make sure that we leave people with something valuable. So check your emails, everyone who is on this call. You will be getting an exclusive downloadable PDF asset that you can take to your work, keep it for yourself, show it to your boss, whatever, that not just talks about Toggle, but lays out some stuff that you might not have thought of why to adopt AI or not, why to modernize your technology or not. Where does it win? Where does it whiff? That will be in your inbox as our gift to you simply for showing up. And if you did not show up live, that's okay. This will be recorded, and we always post these recordings on our YouTube channel. So look up Togal.AI on YouTube. All of the past recordings are there. And thank you again so much for joining us. And thanks, Johnny, for hopping on.
Of course. Thank you, Kelsey. Thanks for everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.